Man, I love my opening song. That song is off the chain. All I want is me and you. Me and you. Good morning, YouTube. What's up, Blue Chicken? How you doing this morning? Um, I just feel good today. I feel good today. But I don't know that song that song it gets me. Um, just bear with me for 1 second. I got to punch in some stuff on my computer. Oh, I mean my onboard computer on this daggone truck. I'm about to get the heck out of Dodge and get down the road. It's so funny. Yesterday, I wanted to stop early. I was just being lazy, and I just kept on going, and I did like 550 something miles. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm actually I'm right on track this morning to get where I got to go because I got 1,000 more miles to go, and I got to Friday to get there. Just like that song about eastbound and down, going down and trucking. That crap. But it rings true. Um, got a few things to talk about today. One of them, actually, it just came to mind. One of them, I think I'm gonna slow my roll because I've been getting out there like I'm uh some type of a guru, like I know what I'm talking about, and I'm about to get embarrassed, and I really don't want to have to go there. You know what I mean? Um, I've jumped on I've jumped on a live where I normally just stay to myself. I guess doing these lives, got me out of my comfort zone. Because a while back, hold on 1 second. You think I would know my trailer number by now, but no. I gotta get out the stupid truck and 52856. Gotta get out this crazy behind truck in the dark to punch in my trailer number. 52856. And let's see. Continue. Mark. Continue. Done. Okay. And now we can get to work here. Good morning, Mike. Good morning. How you doing there, buddy? Um, I got to be honest with you guys, because like I said, I'm a highly sensitive person. I'm getting in my feelings, and then I'll regress back into my psyche. So I got to get back into my look, do my little smiley face, and keep it moving. Because see, a lot of people, when you you know uh, when you start getting popular, people going want to tear you down, and so. And I ain't saying I'm popular. I'm just saying when you start to even say something like, "Hey, I actually have a decent marriage. I actually have a decent you know." And nothing's perfect, so don't get me wrong. Nothing's perfect, but I actually a house is 90 degrees. Oh boy, the house 90 degrees. You way up there, and it's 90 degrees. Oh my god. I remember going through Phoenix one time. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was over 100. It was literally over 100 in the middle of the daggone night. Tell me that wasn't crazy. But yeah, I got to slow my roll because see when you broadcast a good situation, People don't like people don't like to see other people happy. You know, instead of, I wish. Oh, okay. It absorbs the heat. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, enjoy the heat while it lasts, cause you up in blizzard country, brother. um, People don't like to see good situations, and and be honest with you, that's sad. It would be more of a, you would think it would be more of a, hey, this guy's got a good situation. Let me ask him, how did he do it? How's he surviving it? How's he make it happen? Whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And I'm trying to tell you, man, you know, sweat them impurities out, because it's gonna get cold again. Uh, but back to what I was saying. People don't appreciate, because I guess, again, when you get used to being in the negative and living a negative life, or having negative opportunities over and over and over, is that you thrive off of the negativity. You know what I'm saying? And it's I was a prime example, but now I don't want the negative. I don't even want to attract the negative. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to come my way. And I'm happy that I'm in the situation that I am right at this moment. And I let my wife know every day, or every other day, something like that. You know what I mean? But let's see here. And let's get this rocking and rolling. I'm just setting up the GPS so we can get out of here. Oh, all right. Time to go. Man, my front AC is out, which isn't too good, but the back AC, I got the back AC going full freaking blast. I think I'm gonna go left this time. But you know, you got to you got to be a beacon out here, guys, of positivity, a beacon out here of you know love and perseverance and all that mumbo jumbo. But and I'm joking when I say mumbo jumbo, because you know we we just so used to this negative lifestyle, and I'm looking for better. I'm always looking for more. I'm always looking for something to keep me giggling, and the regulars on this channel know, once I start giggling, boy, it's a done deal. You know, it's a done deal. But that's also good, because you know when you let me leave that mess alone. I'm even boring myself. But hey, Mike, when are you gonna be able to get outside? I never asked you, because you do all your stuff inside. Do you grow anything outside? Oh shoot, my cabinet door was open where my air fryer was. I don't want that to come crashing down. But ugh, it feels weird it feels weird because I'm in Central Time right now. So it makes me think, well, you should still be in bed. Well, I've been in bed for like 13 hours now, but I don't know. I'm getting lazy in my old age. But yeah, I know I keep saying, but I'm old and got a big old butt. Oh yeah. uh, oh, I did it again. I was online on eBay. I was on eBay because I'm, kind of got a little frustrated. I found I found the tines. Once again, if you're new, the tines are the little, metal bars for my core aerator. I think I found the right tines, so I ordered 12 of them, which is what I need. And I was just gonna save it and then order it later when I get paid at the end of the week. But I got um, I got blessed, not blessed. Well, it's either blessed or I'm a dumbass, one of the two. I went and signed up for the Amazon, not Amazon, eBay Mastercard, and I got approved. So I put them on the new Mastercard. I'm gonna pay that off real quick. I gotta keep that. I gotta keep some of these cards down to zero. But I got those holders coming. I got the two pieces I need to hold those guys in place. So I need to get four more. Then after that, I'm gonna save up and take the whole core aerator to a hydraulics guy. See if I can get him to fix it to get it to rate because this big machine actually raises and lowers. Right now, it's in the lowering position. So what I'll have to do when I want to core aerate my lawn, I have to bring it out to the lawn and then put the holders and the tines on there on the lawn. So because it's in the lowering position, it's in the lower position. It works, but and I don't have no problem doing that because I'm only going to use it like once or twice a year, so I have no problem doing that, and I'll get my money's worth after a while. But I would like to have be officially fixed all the way. So if I wanted to, because every once in a while I want to make room in the garage so I can buy something else. If I wanted to, I would, sell it. And if I could sell it with the hydraulics working, I could probably sell it, between about 4 grand. And hint, hint, I only paid uh, two something for it. Just keeping the brain moving. But that's what I'm thinking. Now, the 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 funny thing that I like to always talk about is God's got jokes, and I'm so appreciative of His jokes because like a while back, I've told the story a million times. I just said I want to live, and me and my wife came to the realization that we might not be able to go to Costa Rica with Charles and his family this year because we're kind of overextending ourselves. Well, right now we are working through that. We haven't really got the tickets yet. I don't know why we keep looking, but we haven't got the ticket yet. But we're going to get the tickets. But it's not going to be for a whole week because she doesn't have enough time to take a whole week off. But it's kind of hard knowing that you're going to be paying all that money for 4 days. But man, it's a nice place to go. It's a nice place to relax and enjoy yourself and and have some fun. If she's going to use one of her other cards, if she doesn't, I'm going to use one of my cards. But I'm thinking about how can we bring that sucker back down real daggone quick. Um, I might stay out here till it's time to go. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what would be a viable solution to be able to still go and not stress out about the balance doing the daggone thing. And and there's nothing wrong with that. I want to be responsible. I want to pay it off real quick so we can get back out here and do the things that we like to do because we're not we're not getting any younger. And I'm just trying to do what God has blessed. He said, I said, hey, I want to live. I want to do stuff. And now I have the opportunity to do stuff. Now I'm being all scared and all chicken. And, oh, no, we got to pay this bill. Well, you know, I want to make sure my bills are paid. I want to keep up on stuff. But, you know, tomorrow's not promised. Guys, tomorrow is not promised to none of us. And we got to remember that. I'm not saying just go buck wild, but try to plan accordingly. I know what I want, and I enjoy the time spent with friends and family, and meaning my wife and my son. But you know that kind of thing. That's what I'm talking about. The the enjoyment of doing such a thing gives me the energy to get up in the morning, to get out here at the crack of freaking dawn, and do what I need to be doing, and that's okay too. I just have to watch. I just have to keep my eyes open, you know, because sometimes I'll maneuver myself into fantasy land. Then I'll look at it. Wait, why is all this stuff so sky high and I can't get under it? No, no, we good. We good. You know. um, I'm reminded of a goofy story. I'm ex-military. I'm ex-Navy, and I'm ex-submarines because I was actually on the submarine. As tall as I am, six. I'm actually six. I'm officially 6'1" and a quarter because uh, I lost a bet to a corpsman, but I do say I'm 6'2". You know what I mean? But the funny thing is, on submarines, the joke is, 140, something like that. 140, get on the sub, and then uh, 70 couples come out. Well, no, it's kind of just the opposite. There is such on submarines. They're submariners are the biggest pervs you'll ever meet in your daggone life. I'm just straight up on it. And this was the days before internet and all that mess, where you had the nudie boy magazines. You could you could leave $100, a gold ring, a gold bracelet, a gold chain on your bunk, and your wallet sitting there, and nobody would touch it. But but Lord help you if you had left out a nudie magazine, because that sucker would be gone. And honest to God, truth, it was it would probably show up about 6 months later with I'm being polite. Crusty stains on it. Oh God, that's so nasty. Uh, it would show up later on. You know what I mean? It's freaking crazy. I don't know why I was just remembering that. I think it's because we're back cruising again, back on the high seas, and it's one thing I noticed about having a balcony room. When at night, and a lot of times, it's a lot of times when we go, it's storming at night, and it's very, very. It's kind of nerve wracking walking out on the balcony at night because you think about what if I what if I was drunk. And that's one thing that slows my roll, calms me down. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna get to that point because could you imagine, tripping over the balcony or whatever, goofing around, and you're behind falling that water, and a lot of these ships have an alarm because they have cameras and whatnot that can sense, if you pass it going down, but it's still nerve wracking knowing that you wake up in the water and the boat's gone because it takes a couple of football fields for that boat to stop or turn around, and it's so dark out there for them to even make an attempt to try to find you. And there was a story. Charles knows someone that knows that person, a guy that got so drunk that he fell overboard on one of the carnival ships, and and he was stuck out there for almost 24 hours until I think the Coast Guard found him. That's the only thing that kind of bothers me at night when I have a balcony. So what I'll do is I'll go out there and uh, I won't go out there, especially if the seas are rough, and I'll crack the door. These new, on the celebration and the Mardi Gras, you can open the door like halfway and lock it in place, and then you can go back to sleep. There is nothing more relaxing than being in a on a cruise ship and hearing that the ocean and everything like that. Oh my goodness, it's more enjoyable during the day, but at night it's like a cradle. It just rock you right to sleep. And it's funny because we did um, we did a whole week of lives on the cruise ship outside at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, but you didn't even notice. You really didn't notice because I don't know the spot we was in. If you look to the right, it was just nothing but blackness. But that was the ocean. I don't know why I was just thinking about that, but it it's a very calming situation. But I don't know if right now, because me being a pig, quote unquote pig, I don't know if I could do more than 7 days right now because I have to learn how to eat like a normal human being, when I'm out there. Because I'm like, I'm not like the people that get the drinks package, try to drink they fill. I'm the opposite. I try to eat my fill, and then I make myself sick every day, on every time. So I'm gonna be working on that for our next cruise. I think I'm just gonna keep an eye on it, for our next cruise. But Right now, I don't want. I really don't want to stay home and pay bills. I want to go back out and adventure. Because we were talking about they had this slide down there in Costa Rica. I mean, it was a long behind slide. I want to do that. I want to get out there and do that. And I want to live my prayer. My prayer was I want to live. And hanging out with Crazy Charles, he'll make sure you do that. I promise you that. He'll make sure you do that. You know, he's a good friend, and I know he listens. I appreciate him. But again, I'm always thankful because I'm reminded of the last 8 years of my life, and I'm reminded of the things that I've learned that I like to do. Oh, what the heck? Let's see. Um, I mean, look, check my gauges. Guess what just came on? My check engine light. Oh boy, gotta love it. Got to love it. Gotta love it. But one thing I do remember about that and just went off. One thing I do remember about these, I'm driving a Volvo. Boy, if you fart wrong, the check engine light will come on. So that's one thing. One thing you got to remember about these daggone things. Uh, what the heck, boy? This road, this road is dark, y'all. But hey, this is what we do. This is how everything that you got gets transported. Even if it goes on a train, a truck has to pick it up. And you know what I mean? And we are the most disrespected profession out there, and this is one of the most dangerous professions out there. Especially if you ain't got enough sleep. These four wheelers, they'll come cut you off. They'll do everything they can, to make your life freaking miserable. And you living off of some junk food and coffee, zonked out. Oh, I remember that. I got so zonked out. What I mean by zonked out, I was so juped up on coffee one time, and I didn't realize. I think almost my chest almost was about to explode because I remember years ago I was a team driver, and it wasn't my turn. It was the other driver's turn, and he drove. I think it was 30 minutes and pulled over and went back to sleep. I said, "Hey man, what are you doing? We gotta get that load here." Nowadays, I don't give a rat's ass about this load. But then I was like, "We gotta get the load there. What's the matter with you? You stupid? What do you?" I'm going back. I'm tired, and I took over. I took over, and I pulled over to the truck stop. I got a cup of coffee, two big monster, you know, two big monster drinks, and like 3 or 4 packs of Reese's peanut butter cups. And I remember I downed all of that. And I think it was about an hour or 45 minutes later, I literally had to pull over because I had so much caffeine and sugar in me that my hands were shaking. And I had to walk around outside, and I was like, oh, I was getting a little dizzy. I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, I can't. I had to slow down. I mean, I had to stand out there for a minute before I got my composure, and I, thought I was driving. And I remember never do that again. And I slowly got, and it was really before, years before I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. But I had a feeling that I was pre-diabetic for a long time. I've been pre-diabetic for a long time, and I wish someone would have noticed. A doctor would have told me or something, because I could have, prevented this a long time ago. You know, but I mean, it is what it is. But you know, I try to stay away from the monsters. Uh, I've been going without my coffee because I'm my I don't want to throw everything back on these cars again because my first paycheck is coming up. My first paycheck since I'm you know been back from cruising in New York is going to be tomorrow. And here's the funny part: I can't even access it because remember I lost my wallet, which is good. So, but I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to buy me some coffee grinds, and so I get back out here and get on my grind again. But I brought it down to 1 cup of coffee instead of I would start the morning with 2 cups of coffee, and but I brought it down to 1 cup, and I'm going to try to see how can I get keep it down to none. You know what I mean? But because I get enough sleep, I'm just trying to figure out. And a lot of times, maybe it's you know I have that fear of falling asleep at the wheel, and I just don't want to be that one. I know, yeah, I've got 10 years of experience, but I'm still aware of the situation, and I don't want to be that one that nods off, and next thing you know, I'm upside down in a ditch. You know what I mean? That's my fear, and I think a lot of times I'll grab that coffee because I have that low, what do you call it, latent fear, or that subconscious fear or whatever. And our Christian friends, and 'cause I'm Christian too. They everybody say, God doesn't give you the spirit of fear. Well, God don't make mistakes either. You know that fear is for a reason. It keeps you on your toes. You know, um, I'm not looking to, I'm not looking to be super whatever, but I'm looking to also keep my eyes wide open because see, a lot of times you see that light that's coming, it's blinding. So you got to learn how to look at the little stripes or whatever, while until you pass them, and stuff like that. And I really do need to clean my windows, so I'm gonna clean these windows real good when I get to exit 33. Once I hit um, Tennessee, you know, that's one of the things that you see. We don't have it as good as everybody else. You do a 9 to 5, you get to go home, get blah blah blah. Well, we don't get to go home doing this. We gotta get in the truck, drive out 10, 11 hours, and then you got 10 hours to get your behind back up and back at it. So you got, and a lot of times you might not be tired, you might not be sleepy. You got to force yourself to get down, get in here, go to bed, get up, do it again. Drive, go to bed, get up, do it again. Drive, go to bed, get up, do it again. And a lot of times that'll make you loopy after a while. So that's why certain places I stop and I do certain things like get out and walk, or you be surfing on when you're done driving. Hint, hint. You know, don't mess with, you don't mess with your phone. We don't mess with our phones while we're driving. Hint, hint. Uh, Snicker, snicker. We try to. You just gotta find things to occupy when you're driving. That's a lot of times where I'll turn someone on and I'll listen to them, and then that's my thing nowadays is YouTube. I'll turn someone on, I'll listen to them, and it looks like I can barely see it, but it looks like Miss V came in. Hey, hey, hey! If that's Miss V, welcome, welcome. Morning, morning. Um, and a lot of times I'll pull. You see, right now I have a phone mount on my dashboard, and a lot of times that's what you'll see. The most I can get is hit the emoji for a smiley face. So that's saying, hey, I done listened to you all the way through. Have a blessed day. You know what I mean? Another one of my fears. I don't know if y'all can see to the left those Jersey barriers. I don't like driving by those because I have a fear of hitting them daggone things. And you see how it's only on one side. I hate going through construction where it's on both sides, or it's like a two-lane highway, and most truckers don't want to. They don't want to, for some dumb reason, they don't want to drive through a construction area doing the speed limit. They want to do it, coming through there freaking 90 miles an hour, and you barely got enough room on your side, and you're already nervous, so they come flying by you. I learned now if I see one hauling ass in the fast lane, and it's just me and him, I'll slow down. I slow down below the speed limit, so I keep my eyes on both sides, and you don't clip me. It just, I got to do what I got to do instead of getting nervous because I'm governed at 65 miles an hour, which I'm be honest with you, I'm happy with. I don't even, I don't care that I don't go any faster. I wish it would go up to 67, but it don't. And I just, just deal with it. You got to keep an eye on things. People just think you get in here and hit the brakes. Well, in an 18 wheeler, the momentum brakes ain't enough. You need your Jake brakes. What is a Jake brake? Jake brake is like an engine retarder. It's when you got your Jake brake on, like I drive with my on. When I hit the brake, when I let off the gas, the Jake brake actually kicks in and it slows you down. And then it's called downshifting. Once you downshift to low gear, that also helps slow you down. So with experience, when you were trying to slow down and come to a stop, you could hit them brakes and your truck could keep going. So, like, say for example, an emergency happened, I needed to slow down real quick. I would downshift. I would rely on the Jake brake and my brakes. So you got three ways to slow your roll, so you don't, one, you don't hit nobody, and two, you also keep. You see as far as that light goes, I'm looking further ahead than that to keep my eye on, if someone coming out. I've had that before. I've had someone run literally on the middle of the highway in Los Angeles, run across the road right in front of me, and they died because the cars to the left on my driver's side, on the driver's side, they couldn't see it because all they seen was this long line truck, and they literally ran over the poor person. And and I know that was traumatizing because I cried for hours, man. Because I would have been, if he would have been, that person would have been any slower, I would have took him out. And if you get hit by this big thing, you're done. You're not surviving that, you know. So, like, you see the Old Dominion, he's passing me. Nah, bro, you do you, boo boo. I'm doing 55 because this is kind of like a mountainous area. It's dark. I can't see that far ahead of me. Nah, I'm not trying to take nobody out. I want to be able to go home. I want to be able to come home. I want to be able to go on my vacation. I don't want to have that on my, conscience that I've hurt somebody, you know. And a lot of these companies, they barely train you. And then, what it is if you see like, there's just a whole bunch of them out there. You that these guys are training other people. It's the blind leading the blind. It's literally the blind leading the blind, because the guy that's trained you, you think that he's got all these years of experience, so he knows what he's doing. No, a real trainer, a real experienced truck driver ain't letting no newbie come in their truck. You know what I mean? So guess what you got? You got another guy that's probably got 6 months. He's about 6 months ahead of you in experience. Isn't that scary? So, guys, just remember that when you're on the road and you pass your truck, well, how dare he get in the fast lane? You were in my way. And a lot of times when you see, if you see someone ahead of both of us, and you see, a cop pull a guy over or whatever, just so y'all know, this goes for trucks and or um, 18 wheelers. If a cop pulls someone on the side of the road, and I think it's in all 50 states at this point. If you stay in that lane and you buzz by that cop, you can get $1,000 ticket, and that's calls for you four wheelers. And and why did I say that? Because I did that when I was first driving in the truck. I was trying to get over, but the driver wouldn't let me over. And the experience tells you to hit the brakes and let that driver pass and get over. But I was trying to race him, and I got that ticket. And the cop, I mean, he wanted to whoop my ass, and I didn't know. And but now I know. So if the cars won't let me over, I'll hit the flashes and I will bring this truck to a crawl. Because I asked the cop, he said, you got to be at a speed. If a cop is pulled the guy over and on the side of the road, you can't blow by him. You got to slow down. So a lot of times I will slow down to a freaking crawl, have my flashes on, and hit my horn to let that cop know I see you. I couldn't get over. That's a little safety tip. So if you see a truck, let him over, because he's gonna get right back over into the slow lane as soon as he passed that cop. I promise you this. If he don't, he's an idiot. I'm just saying, you know. But um, I don't know. I guess I'm giving y'all the 411 on driving the truck today. But that's all. It's all good too. You know. Um, oh, cool. I've done a whole 25 miles. I'm at 974. We started at 1,000. But I think I'm gonna stop at one of my spots on 81. I'm about to jump on 81 north. Uh, One of my spots is over there near. It's in Virginia. It's it's a Skeets or Sheets. I don't know what gas station is that. Who made up that dumb name? It's a truck stop. Uh, Stop there, and there's a food line I can walk to, and I think I'm just gonna get me some turkey, or turkey, sliced turkey or something like that. You know, and the that's the fun thing about. Not It's not really the fun thing, but you know, when you got people, let me rephrase that. Okay, when you got, let me rephrase it again. You always hear, now I've heard one woman say this yesterday in the live that I was in, and she said, and this is where ladies, y'all get it twisted, because we don't care. And I realized when I heard it, I don't care. I do not care how much education you got. Because the woman said, we got to get more education, and so we get more money. Or I'm not phrasing it exactly what the lady said. When you do that, you're worried about the almighty dollar, and you're not trusting in God. And I'll use an example. My wife was doing that because she's the primary in our family, because we all these guys trying to puff up their chest. I'm the breadwinner. I'm the breadwinner. Oh, well, technically, I'm not the breadwinner. My wife is. Um, I'm her confidant, and I stand by her wholeheartedly because this is what she wants to do. But she had it ended a good way through COVID, and I didn't realize that this was going on. Um, but she had um, she had this in her brain that I have to get a job no matter what. I have to take all the bullshit no matter what to keep our house afloat. And she she knowingly, because she told me later, and I'm not gonna say disappointed, but I just had to let her know, don't ever do that again. She knowingly took a job knowing that her boss was a devout Trumper, not just Trump's ideology. This guy was straight up racist, and she knowingly took the job. And the man was talking down to her all the damn time, and she knowingly kept this from me, because I would have went and I would have wrung his mother effing neck, and I would inform that you ever talk to my wife like you talk to her ever again. Oh, I'll freaking, you know what, you know what I mean. And I don't know if it was before that one or no, that was that one. And there was another one where I had called her up because I'm on the road and we talk every day. And guys, I'm highly sensitive. I always can tell when something's wrong, especially when I know I ain't did nothing wrong. And I tell in her voice, I said, "What's the matter?" And she wouldn't tell me. And I said, "Honey, what's the matter?" And I'm sitting there pleading with her. And then she just, this strong woman, she just exploded and just started crying and told me what was going on with her job and how they would talk. Her boss was talking to her and all 9 yards. And I literally said, quit that job. No, but we got to, I got to find. No, no, no. And normally I don't speak up like that. But I knew it's just a calmness came over me. I knew we was gonna be all right. I just knew for a fact we were gonna be all right. And I just told her, no. I said, don't make me come home and I will go up to I will call your boss myself and tell him you quit. I said, you call them, you call them right now. Don't even, you call them and you quit right now. Because when you have someone that means the world to you and someone is treating them bad, I'm not the one. And, she called and quit. And guess what? I said, do not, and I repeat, do not just go willy nilly looking for, just take anything. Take your time. And of course, oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. I'm hitting all these bumps. And, oh, what the heck? I'm hitting all these bumps. And it rattled my daggone, it rattled the daggone thing right out of the mouth. Gotta love it. But, of course she didn't listen and and took another one willy nilly. But what am I saying? But then after that, long story short, the right job came along, and that's why she's where she at right now. But what I was saying was, y'all, you guys worry all about, you know, you worry about the almighty dollar, and you don't want to lose nothing. But sometimes you got to lose stuff to gain. Sometimes you got to lose to gain. And when you've been broke before and dirt poor, and you've lived off of ramen noodles for years, I could tell you at least 50 ways how to make ramen noodles. 50 ways. You know what I mean? I know how to be broke, but I know how to make. Now I know because of her. I know how to be broke and make sure the bills are paid, and we survived. I tell you, guys, you just like I said, I got backups for backups. I got two different, um, stock accounts where I buy stocks and stuff like that. I got money here, money sitting there. And because of that, I dipped into this. I dipped into that, dipped into this, and when she started working again, can continue to be, I continue to be her rock. She's my rock, and I'm her rock. To say, okay, you get out there and do this, and get out there and do that. You know. And the thing is, we worry about, you got to stop worrying about that almighty freaking dollar if you're with the right person. Because again, I'm straight up letting y'all know she took me in when I hadn't a damn dime. I lost everything in the truck fire, everything that I own. I didn't have nothing. And Miss V did a video. I seen it in the short, and the lady said, and Big Rooster was saying, what if you see your man ain't had no underwear? Guess what? I ain't had no underwear. You know what I'm saying? And I had what I had was a pack, and I remember I told the story. I bought a pack of underwear because I wasn't used to buying stuff for myself. I've been a giver all my whole life. I would buy for everybody else, and it took me 30 minutes to an hour to buy a pack of drawers because I don't need this. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. I knew that I had to make a change because I was at the cash register shaking because I wasn't used to doing for myself, you know? And when you hear another woman saying, I wouldn't buy him no underwear unless I was using his card. If I heard you say that, I wouldn't even give you a reason. I'd just stop calling you. I'd stop doing that. You'd be blocked and don't even, I wouldn't even answer the door if you came to my house. I wouldn't even answer the truck door. I'd get in the front seat and drive the hell off. To be so selfish that you wouldn't even buy your man a pack of drawers. That is so effing ridiculous. But that's how we think nowadays. I'm not doing for nobody. Screw you. Screw me? No, no. I just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you are a piece of crap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, really. Yeah, tag me in the bro. Again, I'm driving, so I can't really look. Tag me in the video, but I'm letting you know. And I remember, bro. I called. No, I didn't call. I sent a text. This is 8 years ago. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't. I think it was a DM or whatever, but it was a text. I remember I sent because I sent it the night I was about to ask my wife to marry me, and then I blocked and then went about my business. I know I ain't supposed to admit that or say that or whatever, but I said thank you for not making whatever we was going to have work because that opened the door for me to find the love of my life. And ooh, they were fuming, but I enjoyed saying that, and I will cherish that for the rest of my life. My wife finds out I'm gonna be in trouble, but why would you staying in contact? I wasn't staying in contact, but I just had to say, I had to tell one of these nut jobs, thank you for not making it work, because because God blessed me with someone that wants to make it work, that wants to buy me a pack of drawers. I have to plead with my wife nowadays, babe, I have enough stuff. I still have stuff today that's got the tag on it. I said, babe, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I'm not telling you don't, but I have more than enough stuff. You don't have to get me nothing. Thank you. What do you want for your birthday? I'm nothing. I've got so much stuff because I've been blessed with someone that looks out for me. And uh-uh. I remember her birthday was coming up, and we were trying to get on the Mardi Gras. I said, "Babe, we were kind of low on money. I might not have it this, but I had to double think. Ooh, nah, 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 N word, nah, ninja. You need to go in debt. Get this woman something. I went and got her some diamond ring, and diamond earring. She loved them to death because she's worth it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just saying. But for you to admit that over, you know, for you to admit that over on YouTube, you just told me you a selfish son of SOB. You told me you was a selfish SOB. Who taught you that? Whoever taught you that, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. You never heard do unto others as you want done yourself? I mean, wow, that's some scary stuff. That is some really scary stuff. But hey, I also always give the disclaimer. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I just like talking. So take it with a grain of sand. If you want to come for me, that's on y'all. But I mean, I'm not talking smack. I'm just letting you know how I feel. You know what I mean? And that's what we do on this page. We talk about this, that, and the other. But that's really it for today, my fellow YouTubers. Um, we were just a little bit about this, a little bit about that. But just want you to know, you will appreciate it. Thank you for coming by, and y'all take it easy. Just know if you don't think nobody loves you, I love you, and God loves you too. Peace out, and see y'all tomorrow.